Hi, it's me, Z4 People Brooks, the British Tech Guru. That, as I'm sure you're aware, is an LED light strip. Well, that's how they look before they're installed. And mine all come from China. But the big question is, are they safe? Well, let's find out. Now, this is how my light strips work normally. Let's pull this one down. What I have here is an aluminium strip or aluminium angle, and I have the LED light strip stuck to it, and then I have some magnets on the end of the aluminium angle, and those magnets help it stick to the ceiling. So like that. And they also dispel any heat, just in case there's heat. So it's basically aluminium angle, LED light strip, bit of white paint, magnets, and a DC connector. Now, running here are two different kinds of LED light strip. This one is facing away from us, and that is a bluish white. This one facing towards us is a yellowish white. Now, there is a difference. The yellowish white ones have far more, oh gosh, trying to think of the chemical name, far more phosphorus in them. So they tend to run a little bit warmer than the cooler ones, cooler coloured ones, because the LEDs themselves are naturally blue. So let me step in front of the camera like a heathen, and I will do a temperature reading. So let's read the temperature on the end of this one here. I'll lean back out the way. And I'm reading 94.6. We'll go at the end of this end here. And oops, why is that not reading? Okay, 84.4. So just check that again. Yeah, there's about a 10-degree difference between that end and that end of this one. So we're talking 84 and 94, and that is purely because this is a 2-meter strip. And the conductivity is not great here, so the end nearer the power point does tend to heat up a little bit. So, which is why, of course, you only want them in 1-meter lengths. But let's check this one, 89.9, and we'll check over here, oops, 94.9, that's curious. It's warmer at that end then. I'm feeling it. I'm just going to put my hands on it. That's the big tell. Warm. Not quite so warm. But how's the ceiling? About the same. Okay. I'll feel this one. Lukewarm. And hot. So the thermometer is reading accurately. And the ambient temperature in here is 79 Fahrenheit. So yeah, this is definitely reading warmer than this one, as I would expect. And let's read those temperatures again. That's not right. Okay, 94.4. 93.2. So this one is definitely cooler. 90.5. 95.3. And yet yesterday this one was reading a lot hotter. This one, this cool blue one bluish one, I have been using for about a year and have never had a problem with it. I don't much like this yellow one. There's the blue one is more like actual daylight, and is what I need when it comes to reading resistor color codes. So let's see what difference it makes with a much longer strip, because I've got an 8-foot strip, and let's see what the temperature difference is there. Now this is my very long LED light strip. There we go. Now, how much power do they consume? Well, the short blue one, the 1 meter blue one consumed 0.9 of an amp. The near enough 2 meter yellow one produced, used about 1.44 amps. This one, when I checked, used 1.58 amps, but it could be using more because it went up slightly. So let me just check again to make sure how much amperage that is using. So I'll turn that light out, and we go. Let's see if I can read it through from here. Yep, 1.6 something. So it has gone up. So let's see what kind of temperature. This has only been going for a couple of minutes. So let's see what kind of temperature range there is in it. So I'm talking 89.5 at that end, and at this end we're talking 84. So the temperature is going up. 89.4, 89.6, 89.9, yeah. 91.4, 92.6. So it is going up. As I said, are they safe? Well, quite honestly, I think the safer ones are probably the cooler ones, because they do run about 10 to 15 Fahrenheit cooler than the yellowish lights. So, but are they safe overall? I don't know. I would never leave them switched on if I wasn't present. Part of that is me saving, because I was brought up in the 70s in Britain, where you unplug everything apart from the fridge at night. And there was a TV adverts, unplug everything at night. Well, yes, so that's, and it saved electricity too. Not only was it fire prevention, it saved electricity. So I'm going to say that this it's probably safe, but I'm not going to say it's definitely safe. I've got it on this aluminium in this aluminium U channel for a reason. Well, two reasons. Number one is if it fails, I want to be able to switch it out easily without sticking it to the ceiling and ripping my paintwork up. The other is the aluminium is a great heat sink, so it will get rid of the heat when the heat builds up, and will probably prolong the life of the LED light strip. I do not know what the life is, but I will say this: I generally prefer the more bluish strip to this kind, This is fine for an area where you don't need to concentrate and read resistor values or anything like that. This is I'd say this is probably, no, can I read anything with it? Let me see. I have a book. Can I read anyway without my glasses? Yes, I can read quite comfortably by this. So, yes, I'm going to say it's a good light strip. Again, this came from Temu like all the others did. Would I buy them again? Absolutely not, because at the moment the tariffs are too high on stuff from China. But would I buy it again otherwise? Probably. I probably would.